Welcome back to Movie Mojo. Today we are going to review the action-adventure fantasy film, Priest. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We upload multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. The surface of the planet has been damaged by a centuries-long conflict between humans and vampires, which also resulted in a theocracy ruled by a group known as the Church. Despite the vampires' susceptibility to sunlight and all of humanity's technical advancements, the vampires' superior strength and speed made them unbeatable until humanity took refuge in massive walled cities and trained a band of skilled warriors, the priests, who turned the tide. A group of priests attempt to enter the Sola Mira hive in the opening scene, but they are assaulted by the vampires. A member of their group is grabbed from behind as they try to flee. Their leader tries to pull him to safety but is compelled to let go and watch as he is dragged, screaming, back into the hive. The majority of the vampires were eventually murdered, while the rest were put in reservations. The priests were terminated by the clergy after the war. Some people look for work outside the walled towns to escape the church's authoritarian rule. The sheriff of Augustine, a free town, Hicks, Cam Gigande, approaches Priest, Paul Bettany. Priest finds out that his niece Lucy, Lily Collins, has been abducted and that his brother Owen and Owen's wife Shannon, who was Priest's fiancée before he joined the church, were killed in a vampire assault. Priest is enlisted by Hicks to assist in saving Lucy. Priest requests the church to restore his power, but the head Monsignor Orellas, Christopher Plummer, rejects the request because he does not accept the vampire myth and is afraid that doing so will undermine the church's authority. In response to Priest's defiant departure from the city, Orellas sends 3 priests and a priestess, Maggie Q, to retrieve him. Priest and Hicks arrive in Nightshade Reservation where some of the surviving vampires coexist with humans known as familiars, people who have contracted a disease that renders them obedient to the vampires. After a bloody struggle, the duo learns that Sola Mira, which was assumed to have been deserted after the war, has become a haven for the majority of the vampires. They are joined in Sola Mira by Priestess, a member of Priest's team during the aborted attack on the hive. After killing a hive guardian vampire, the group learns that the vampires have created a new army and carved a tunnel out of the mountain that leads to the village of Jericho. Just as night falls and an armored train arrives at Jericho, releasing hundreds of vampires onto the populace, the other 3 priests arrive. Carl Urban, a strong and enigmatic human who wears a black hat, is the leader of the vampires. Black Hat kills the 3 priests after they turn down his invitation to join him. When Priest, Priestess, and Hicks reach Jericho the following morning, they find the town deserted and the 3 crucified priests. When she confesses her feelings to the priest, believing that now that Shannon has passed away, he won't feel obligated to her, the priest and priestess share a private moment. Priest politely declines. Priest discovers that the walled cities at the end of the train line are where the vampires have been attacking the free towns at night while traveling by day on the trains. While Priest says that the city's vast clouds of smoke and ash have permanently deprived them of sunlight, Hicks maintains that the cities are similarly protected by the sun. The attack will result in a massacre if the train arrives at one of the cities. Priest is threatened by Hicks, who is in love with Lucy and thinks Priest would kill her if she contracts the vampire virus. Priestess adds that he is unable to do so because Owen filled in as a husband and father when Priest was abducted by the church and Lucy is actually Priest's daughter. The real story of Lucy's parents was never revealed. Priest and Hicks board the train to save Lucy as Priestess sprints off to detonate a bomb on the train tracks. The 2 are finally defeated by Black Hat as they struggle against vampires and familiars and just as they locate Lucy. The priest who perished in the assault on Sola Mira is identified as Black Hat. The vampire queen gave him her blood after she was captured, creating the first vampire-human hybrid that can endure sunlight. While Priest and Black Hat battle, Lucy learns the truth about her ancestry. Priestess fights a number of familiars on the train's tracks in front of her, but one of them disables the detonator for the explosives. As an alternative, she mounts the explosives on her motorcycle and crashes it into the train's engine. Hicks, Priest, Priestess, and Lucy are able to flee as a result of the explosion and subsequent derailment, which also kills the vampires and incinerates Black Hat. In the midst of Mass, the priest returns to the city and meets Monsignor Orellas, informing him that the burned-out train contained the vampires' bodies but not the queen's. He shockingly demonstrates this to everyone in the room by tossing a vampire head on the floor. Priest claims that the conflict is only getting started, but Orellas continues to refuse to accept him and declares that it is ended. A priestess he encounters outside the city confirms that other priests have been informed and will meet them at a rendezvous place. Priest departs into the setting sun. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.